Waspi women fought one of the most sustained and passionate campaigns for justice that I can remember, year in, year out. We did promise them that we would give them justice. I understand the issue about the cost, but does the Prime Minister really understand how let down Waspi women feel today?
On a day when attention should have been focused on politics and plans for the future, a daring and shocking confrontation broke out live on the BBC between party veteran Diane Abbott and Keir Starmer. The interview suddenly took a dramatic turn when Abbott accused Starmer of having an extramarital affair with Rayner, which caused a storm of indignation in political circles. What started as a casual discussion quickly turned into a humiliating moment for Starmer, sparking controversy and strong reactions across the country. It was a day of revelations and drama, when the political arena once again found itself at the center of a scandal. Keir Starmer suddenly found himself in the midst of a shocking storm during his live performance on the BBC. The broadcast, intended to discuss politics and the future of the party, changed dramatically when Diane Abbott, an experienced Labour MP, openly confronted Starmer with accusations that shocked both viewers and audiences across the country. At the centre of the scandal were rumours of a love affair between Starmer and his deputy Rayner.
I do understand the concern, of course I do. I set out the history, Mr. Speaker, but the research is clear that 90% of those impacted did know about the change. And in those circumstances, the taxpayer simply can't afford the burden of tens of billions of pounds of...
Diane Abbott, known for her sharp mind and unwavering commitment to principles, couldn't hold back during the interview. She deftly turned the conversation from the usual political issues to the rumours that had been discussed for a long time in Westminster, but had never been raised publicly. These rumours, which had been whispered for a long time, suddenly became the subject of national discussion. Abbott began by questioning Starmer's leadership skills, pointing out cases where his behaviour contradicted the values he often stood for. The atmosphere escalated to the limit when Abbott made accusations of having an affair with Rayner, which clearly shocked both Starmer and the host of the programme. The audience watched in disbelief as Abbott, keeping his cool, explained why these accusations were important. She argued that public trust in the Labour Party was at stake, stressing that personal integrity must match public obligations. Abbott's harsh questions about transparency and accountability made Starmer look uncertain, his usual confidence visibly shaken.
I do think, as a general rule, when millionaires give a lot of money to individual politicians, they're not just doing it out of altruism. At some point, they think that that politician is going to, listen to them.
He is still within the rules and he's saying he's being transparent.
Giving back any money at all makes it look as if you are now realising that you did something wrong.
From the polling you've done, how damaging is this for Keir Starmer?
I think this is damaging for Keir Starmer. He's still got plenty of time to turn things around before a general election result, but this has now been going on for weeks, and we have seen it correspond with quite a precipitous drop in his personal approval ratings. In fact, a couple of places now have him as even less.
Not only the accusations themselves, but also the public nature of the confrontation made it devastating. After all, live television is a ruthless medium. Every hesitation, every moment of discomfort, and every fleeting emotion were recorded and transmitted to millions of viewers. Starmer tried to bring the situation under control, dismissing the accusations as unfounded and an attempt to divert attention from the Labour Party's agenda. However, his response seemed insincere and rehearsed, which did not help him refute Abbott's harsh criticism. He stressed the importance of party unity, calling Abbott's comments an unnecessary distraction at a time when Labour needs to focus on its electoral goals. However, his attempts to divert the conversation only served to solve internal problems before presenting a united front to the public. She objected, pointing out the need to solve internal problems before presenting a united front to the public. Her reasoning was clear. How can the Labour Party claim to stand for honesty and impartiality when its leadership is entangled in unresolved accusations?
What she wrote yesterday, I utterly condemn. And I said we would tear out anti-Semitism by its roots. I meant it, and that's why we acted so swiftly yesterday. I think it's a mark of how far the Labour Party has changed that we acted so swiftly and that we take it so seriously. In my view, what she said was to be condemned. It was anti-Semitic. It's absolutely right that we acted as swiftly as we did. That's the change that you've seen in the Labour Party. But do I condemn what she said? I absolutely condemn what she said. Do I want to show the Labour Party takes this seriously and acts very quickly? Yes, I do, and that's why we acted.
Critics began to wonder how the allegations, if they turned out to be true, would affect Angela Rayner's ability to continue serving as Deputy Chief Executive. Rayner's silence on the matter only fueled speculation. Some considered it a strategic move, while others regarded it as an admission of guilt. The BBC was also heavily criticised for its behaviour during the interview. Some viewers accused the channel of a lack of neutrality, arguing that the presenter should have intervened and brought the conversation back to political issues. However, others praised the programme for the opportunity to have a frank exchange of views, arguing that such moments reveal the true dynamics of political leadership. Whatever it was, this broadcast was a seminal moment for the Labour Party, revealing deep divisions and raising troubling questions about the future of the party. The consequences were enormous. Starmer's leadership was once again under intense scrutiny, and he was required to respond directly to the accusations, rather than dismiss them as a distraction. His critics argued that his reaction, or lack thereof, reflected a broader pattern of avoidance and unwillingness to face uncomfortable truths.
Going on at the moment, that's the right thing. The whip has been suspended. That was done very, very swiftly, and I have condemned what she said, along with many other people.
Well, what's the purpose of the investigation? I mean, you've read her words, you've judged it as anti-Semitic. What's this investigation to find out she's apologised? Surely she cannot stand as a Labour candidate if you've got a genuine zero-tolerance approach.
I think everybody understands that there has to be an investigation in every case, and nobody has said to me there shouldn't be an investigation. What they want to see is a Labour Party that demonstrates by its actions that it's changed, that it does have zero tolerance, and that's why we acted as quickly as we did yesterday.
Okay, just very finally on this, how disappointed are you that yet again here we are today talking about anti-Semitism, racism within the Labour Party?
Of course I'm disappointed. We should be talking about the cost of living today. There are many people today who can't afford the basic food they need or their energy bills. That's what we should be talking about, so of course I'm disappointed.
At the same time, Diane Abbott faced a mixed reaction. Her supporters praised her as a fearless person who speaks the truth, while detractors accused her of exposing the dirty laundry of the party to the public. Some even suggested that her actions were motivated by personal grievances or a desire to weaken Starmer's leadership. But Abbott wasn't going to apologise. In subsequent interviews, she defended her decision to speak out. The dispute has also sparked broader discussions about the relationship between personal life and professional roles in politics. Should private matters, even those related to allegations of misconduct, be subject to public scrutiny? Or does such control distract attention from the real problems that politicians are being elected to solve? Opinions are divided, reflecting the complexity of modern political discourse. For Keir Starmer, the incident was a stark reminder of the challenges of leadership. As the head of a party seeking to present itself as a credible alternative to the current government, he faces the daunting task of restoring unity and trust.
Angela has my full support and my full confidence today and every day as we work together to take the Labour Party back into government so we can serve the interests of working people. And she's vital for that. But look, Angela has answered I don't know how many questions about this. She's not broken any rules. She's in fact taken legal and tax advice, which has satisfied her and us and me about the position. And I think when I look at this in the round, and it goes back to Beergate, the fact that the Tory party is spending more of its time and energy pursuing this issue rather than answering the question and of accountability for what they've done after 14 years as we go to an election tells you everything you need to know about them.
As for Angela Rayner, her political future now hangs in the balance. The accusations, true or not, have cast a shadow over her career and raised questions about her role in the party. Whether she decides to confront the rumours directly or remains silent will have a profound impact on her political trajectory. The confrontation with Diane Abbott may have been dramatic, but it also highlighted deeper issues within the Labour Party. This incident demonstrated that the party is struggling with internal divisions and is trying to preserve its identity in a rapidly changing political landscape. For Abbott, it was a moment of principle, a struggle against hypocrisy and a call for the party to follow its own principles. For Starmer and Rayner, it was a moment of reckoning that would surely shape their political legacy. The events of that fateful BBC broadcast may be remembered as a turning point in British politics. Whether this will lead to significant changes within the Labour Party or simply deepen party divisions remains unclear. One thing is for sure, the road ahead will not be easy. What do you think about this video? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you later.